next one is on me, I think.
You can present.
I can present that one, and that's on auction services. Dan mentioned it when he first started about a fire truck sitting over in our fire barn. And this is one of those opportunities that, you know, just kind of hits you as maybe just kind of an investment to have. I do scroll the auctions quite often. In fact, I ended up buying an ambulance for our EMS services for $27,500, and it was worth a lot more than that. And so I do kind of keep my eyes open for this kind of thing that comes up. I really didn't, because I knew this truck, I knew where it came from, because I did work for City of Mason, is where it came from, and I knew how they took care of their vehicles. I was actually thinking about it at first to water my outdoor and indoor arenas at my farm. And that's why I started bidding on it. It ended up that I ended up buying that for, well, with the broker's fee and everything, it was they had it listed for $60,000, and I bought it for $8,010. It turns out that they had just put all new tires on it, which is getting right up almost to that much. But it's sitting in our fire barn over there. And so before we go forward, and I know I've talked to each of you individually, now collectively we haven't made any decisions at all. But I do need, before we agree to make this payment, so that I can, you know, the bill's made out to me right now, you know, that we do concur that this was probably just something that we can have here if another department needs it. I know it's not fully equipped, but I assume that other departments have the equipment that could be used, that it's not going to hurt anything over in our fire barn. And I think it's kind of right up the alley what ARPA funds were intended for, and I know that's what we're proposing to use on this. I would just ask for consensus. We could do a motion if you'd like to. We have to do that as far as the payment is concerned anyway. So either way, I think that pretty much everybody's in agreement from talking to you individually. So I guess I would just entertain a motion to approve this payment for the purchase of that truck.
Can I also throw out an idea?
Great. So what motion are you making there?
Two motions? I mean, do we pull the gun here and do both of them? I'll do the first motion to, out of ARPA funds, to purchase the fire truck for $8,010 from the auction services.
I'll support.
There's motion and support. Is there further discussion? Hearing none, we do need roll call on that.
Doug?
Yes.
Matt?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
I support. Ron?
Yes. And I just want to say, I mean, there's no intention right now. We have no idea what we're going to do with this. We know that we have it here in reserve. We have no intention of starting our own fire department. Believe me, that's a lot of work. And I don't think that we have any intention of doing that in any form whatsoever. Because it takes more than one fire truck and one fire barn to do that. Dan outlined some of that this evening, and we have time. It's not really costing us anything there other than to keep it insured, so, which doesn't add very much sitting there in the barn. And it helps our heating system in the fire barn too, because it's kind of like a refrigerator. You know, the more stuff you have in there, the less it runs. So that keeps it warmer in there. And we spent quite a bit of money on that heating system for that fire barn over there too. So, all right, you're going to go on with another motion?
I'm asking about the fire truck.
Okay.
Okay. When did you buy it?
When?
Yeah.
It's been about 2 months ago now.
Okay, but you bought it personally, right? I mean, when you came to...
Well, I paid for it personally because I'm the one that's on it that has authorization for the auction company.
Mm-hmm. And so who drove it up
things.
here?
I bought the ambulance the same way for the EMS.
Okay.
You know,
but you were on the EMS at the time.
Part of the township too.
Well, but you didn't buy it with township funds. So why is your personal truck in the township building right now?
Because the board decided to buy the fire truck.
But it was already in the building before they even decided.
Yeah.
That meeting, I mean, I listened to it, I've transcribed it, I know every word you said at that meeting. And you said that, there was an invoice.
So your question is
Yeah, why did you
because
buy
I
it
had
personally?
paid for it, because other people had indicated in the township that they thought it was a good idea. So, when I was actually bidding on it.
It was a good idea for you to buy it personally?
No, for the township, to have for the township. And I,
So why didn't you get authorization from the board prior to bidding?
because there was a deadline on the auction, we didn't have a meeting. So
You should have
I
called a
went out
meeting.
on my own, I purchased it, the township didn't want it, I would have kept it myself.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
But that's
absolutely.
not the way you explained it at the meeting. You said that you started bidding on it personally to use on your farm. You said that. You said that.
That's just what I just said. If the township didn't want it, I would have kept it for the farm.
That's really not how
That's
you.
just exactly
That's
what I said.
really not how you put it.
I could use it for my arenas. I mean, I could.
But you said you told the public that was the
You can twist
original
this
reason.
any way that
I'm
you
not
want.
twisting. I'm like
No.
quoting you.
Did you
But
know
we
that?
don't have a fire. But we don't have a fire department, so we don't need our own fire
We have
truck.
a fire building, we have a fire truck.
And we don't have a fire
And we
department.
have several
And
personnel that are qualified
Why
to
is there
operate that
Why
truck.
is there no operating fire truck in that building? Did we used to have one? Yeah.
Oh, from the township?
Mm-hmm.
Because the fire department is refusing to put it out until all EMS personnel are locked out of the fire building, which now they are.
Well,
because
that's
the lock has been
interesting
changed.
because that's why I couldn't see it,
That's
your
correct.
personal fire truck, because it hasn't been paid for yet, right? You have not been reimbursed yet?
Oh, yes, I had that.
On what warrant? I didn't see any warrant in any of the warrants from
Well, maybe I
January,
haven't.
December,
I
and
don't know.
November.
I don't even know for sure. I bought it for the township. I mean,
So the township's already reimbursed you?
I really knew that the township wanted that fire, that
With
we
what?
wanted it as a negotiation tool. We really did. It doesn't matter.
Then why weren't you honest with the public about it being a negotiation tool?
I did. I said it right at the public meeting.
You really did not. You
And
really did not.
And do I want Charlevoix Township to know that? Probably not, because there's something.
He was
that's
present
just
at the time, actually. You remember that meeting?
Well,
Dan Thorpe was
maybe,
there. That's why
maybe.
you didn't want to say it.
Who-
I think.
Who you talking about was present at the meeting?
Dan Thorpe?
No, that was the meeting before.
No, I
That
don't
was
think.
the meeting before.
I have it on tape and
We
I've
didn't have a
listened to
fire
it.
truck at that time. We didn't have a fire truck at that time.